Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to our broadcast tonight. Whoops, looks like I got some wrong text up there. Taking that off because we are not watching mTs versus Street Hoops. We are actually watching Menace to Society versus Electric Temptations. Should be a great game. Electric Temptations have been around for a few seasons and made some big strides last season. I know that Ricky was a little bit disappointed in their final placement. They wanted to do better. They've been playing hard. They've been working that Highlander game, and they're surely going to put up a tough match against, well, perennial performers, Menace to Society. They are still around. They are still menacing, and Goalie Wash should be a great battleground to see these two teams battle it out. I am eXtine, and I am joined tonight by Turbo Cop. How you doing, Turbo?
Hey, Jeff, thanks for letting me come on today. We got, as you said, mTs versus Electric Temptations today on the most popular 5CP Highlander map, if I may be so bold, on Goalie Wash here. CP Goalie Wash. Final one, I want to say, or is it just final?
I think it's final one. Final one.
Yeah, so this is a very good aggressive map. Mid fights are huge on this map, and then it comes down to a big hold on second point. Then usually the last hold either gets eroded pretty quickly or a back cap can sometimes happen. The last one has been pretty dynamic overall, so we'll see how teams handle it today. But for the most part, everyone on here is a super hardcore veteran. If you've been watching competitive Highlander for the past year or two, you've probably seen all these names on the roster right here. We've got mTs, who we watched last week, take out 20B very handily. They didn't win by a lot, but boy did they make it look convincing regardless. And we've got soldier pre-games going on now. I guess everyone just wants to practice their soldier projectiles right before, regardless if you have them or not.
Yeah, they've been throwing down with the direct hit, just trying to get those air shots. Gotta love it. And we'll see if we get some big air shots or if we get some direct hit even. Ricky does like to whip that out. So I would chalk that down as a possibility today when it comes down to the unlocks battles.
Yeah, you could definitely, in terms of unlock weirdness, you could definitely see some direct hit craziness because Big Door is not actually as big as people claim it is. Choke point, of course, is super tiny. The top floor, you do not have actually that much maneuvering room, and even up in shoot, you don't. So there are a lot of good choke points here on Goalie Wash to take advantage of that small range of a direct hit or something like that.
XTS The Mountain hitting some nice flashy pregame pipes for us. That is Bedonsky, correct?
I
Just
think
my assumption.
It's not Decimate. I'll go look it up. That's definitely a tag. That's definitely a tag change off. But while I'm looking it up, I should tell a casting story real quick.
Okay, I'll preclude that by saying shout out to Game of Thrones, but no spoilers.
No spoilers.
My wife,
nothing interesting happened yesterday.
My wife freaked out, and actually, it's really funny. Even a couple weeks ago, we were visiting some friends in California, and she broke the bed we were sleeping in because we were watching it on a tablet, and some crazy Game of Thrones shit goes down, and she just goes like, "Oh my god!" and is stomping the bed, and broke the bed.
That is awesome.
Pretty good.
No spoilers this week, though.
Spoilers.
There are big things that happened.
Let's get back to TF2. What were you saying? Casting story? Got something to talk about?
So this week was a milestone in casting for me because I was pubbing on TF2 Center, tf2center.net. Nice. You can get all of your pickup game needs nowadays.
Love
and someone was like, yeah. So sometimes I'll get oh, you're that guy or something like that. But today I got, are you the real Turbo Cop? I was so awesome. I was so cool. I was cool enough to be parodied, to be
nice. To be accused of being an imposter.
Right, to be imposterized.
Yeah, I was watching. I was watching Ray's HUD stream, and then I was at my friend's place in California, and so it was funny because I was playing in a server with Ray's, but I had somebody else's alias on because I was at my buddy's, and I was like, "Yo, this is eXtine," and he's like, "Yeah, right," I'm trying to convince him, I'm like, "Ray's, send me that download link, for that HUD," because I was watching him stream at the same time, and then I tweeted at him. That was my confirmation. I was like, "I'm gonna tweet at you to prove that I'm eXtine."
Did he freak a little bit? Just a little bit.
He still doubted me for a while. He was he was on stream and he was like, "That might be eXtine, but if it is, I'm still not good in the HUD." So, yeah, shout out to Rays. I'm rocking this new HUD he's worked out for us, as well as some features from the amazing gentleman John. Blackout Gaming. Is that the same John? Correct? I'm under that impression.
From Blackout Gaming, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
fantastic. But the Spec Tools guy is actually a different John, actually.
Oh, okay.
If that's the guy you're thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah, Spec Tools John has like been building like tools and plugins for like forever, and Highlander John is pretty new. Highlander John is a minor. He's not of legal age to vote
well,
yet. So
that's always good to know. I'll write that down in my black box.
And they're from the same country too, which was like surprising. Two Johns from the same country and they're involved in TF2. You wouldn't expect that to happen very often.
Right. Anyways, shout out to that guy because he built some cool tools. We'll whoop them out a little bit this match. I got the names on display. I can throw that on a toggle, as well as the health bar of players taking damage, which I'll probably leave on for most of the match. So very cool stuff. As well as want to shout out the health bars for the total team health on that left-hand side. I think that's a pretty nifty feature as well. eXtv and of course other great entities in the community just looking to improve competitive TF2 by adding a bunch of cool spectator features like this. So it's exciting times. We're still growing as a community. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, Spec Tools is super cool. I've been playing around with it all week. There are definitely things you as a community member can do to help out. For instance, there is a mini-map feature in Spec Tools. They need you to create what are called Valve texture files. You can use VTF edit to make them. And you make a 2x by 2 to the x by 2 to the x, so a 512 by 512 or 1024 by 1024 bird's eye view picture that you would see, like say from a map file photo that you would see on TF2 Banana or something like that. They don't have all of the maps yet. They have maybe like 6 or 7, but they're definitely like Gully Wash. This map right here, I don't think is in the folder. They have a Viaduct one. They need like a Badwater one. They need basically most of the maps. So if someone would like go ahead and who's better at Photoshop and VTF edit than I am, go ahead and submit those over to them. They could definitely just add it, and you could have your name right on the plugin tool.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I turned off the radar toggle, but let me actually might as well just hook that up real quick since we got some time here. Turbo, do you want to go over rosters a little bit? Do we got more to cover there?
Sure, we have a few more people. We have like one more person who needs to get in here real quick. I'm not quite sure if it's the soldier or the heavy, but I'll go down the list right now. Decimate. Well, so let's go over ET. This is they're playing on home and they're all right here, ready to go. So we got on Scout Decimate. For Soldier Ricky. For Pyro is BFL Eternally Blunderful Satan. 3-8 Special our Demo Man. Kill 'em All our Heavy. Ev Ill is our engineer who's tagged up as Lean today, and 404 the medic as always. FaZe, one of the best snipers in the game, and HNG as our spy.
Oh man, weird pronunciation of a regular word, and he's aliasing. He's this
he's asking really for a lot, man.
Throw me for a loop here. At least he's a talented engineer. He's a talented engineer too, so he knows I'm going to say his name a bunch. Gosh.
Absolutely. And because they're engineers, all they have to do, they have nothing to do but complain on the forums, right? That's what they're there for.
Should see some mini sentries here. You know, last point, definitely level 3s will get whipped out. But it's a very aggressive map for engineers. I enjoy playing it in wait a second. I enjoy playing it in TF2 centers and whatnot because you can go crazy as engineer.
Oh yeah. But I think we won't generally be seeing level 3 rollouts. We'll definitely be seeing mini sentries at the big door, trying to stop soldiers and demo men from jumping on top of the midpoint. We'll see the meta has changed back to aggressive pushes. So when you come out of big door, the left side is safe and the right side is aggressive. It's called safe because you actually have a little bit better of an angle to get the big health back right back your side, and also you can escape back towards your second point if you lose mid, if you go safe side. But teams have been pushing aggressively more, or at least the ones on TF2 Center have, and like the silver, steel, and gold games I've casted the past couple of weeks have. So we'll see if the top teams like still stick to this mentality. But I think we should see everyone pushing out right, maybe a spy go left. Snipers sit in big door with engineers sitting in big door. Soldiers probably bombing up aggressively, but maybe not. Maybe they'll go safe side. Flanks can do a lot of things here, so we'll have to see how it shakes out this time around.
Yeah, always interesting to see the tactics, and looks like we had a fake start here. Might be going live shortly. Yes, indeed. Here we go. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Menace to Society versus Electric Temptations.
Yeah, and that was mTs's way of psyching out the rollout of ET. I'm pretty sure. Just fake starting right before the match starts.
It's one way to do it. Podonsky gets a lot of damage early.
And yeah, let me go over the mTs roster real quick. Team leader Hardblue over on Medic. We have Alpha, that's not the Mountain, that is Alpha as our demo man. Ketsi, our pyro. Marissa taken out early as our sniper. Spamfest, our engineer. Akuma, our spy, the big pickup for mTs this season. Squid is our scout, off-classing onto scout this time. Panic, our soldier, and Skyrolla, the classic heavy. I don't think there's anyone been playing heavy as long as Skyrolla has in this league at this point.
Yeah, Skyrolla definitely brings a lot of experience to the position. And while heavy is sometimes criticized as being an easy class, it's definitely comes down to positioning and putting yourself in the right place at the right time.
Yep, and that was a very convincing first push there by ET. The most important thing they did is they didn't stall out at the choke point. They immediately took the second point, and now they're here pushing into last already. And yes, very, very, very good start here for ET. Looks like they're gonna try get the pyro beneath the chute. He runs right into the sentry gun. Oh, Ricky gets picked out by Akuma, so this might stop the aggression for a bit. Soldiers are actually kind of important for the last point here.
38 Special just gets gunned down, no problem. 404 does have the Uber, but really indecisively using it, and is already down 3 players. They've also lost the Spy. Heavy's coming back in, is going to be able to pick off Katsy, or no, Panic, excuse me. Some other frags going out. But it does look like mTs is holding for now.
Wow, that was really strange. Popping in with that scout, they did make the most of it once they did pop in, but 404 stayed way too long, and so the clean out crew just came through and wrecked her after the fact. So there you go, 404 down for the first medic drop of the game, wow. And there's been like 4 points captured so far.
Thanks to these health bars, it's easy to see just how crazy Squid has been going with 4 health. Wow. He gets scratched by Decimate at range to finally put him down, but he was so low for so long. Fantastic plays by him. He's certainly going to be carrying his team today.
And Harblue's out in the open now on the second point, but it looks like ET's not going to take advantage of his vulnerable position right now. Hardblue almost at a full Uber here, 404 only at 70%. He'll have to build up and delay a little bit of time here, and that's exactly what Satan's trying to do here with the flare gun shots. Looks like mTs is going to rotate over through big door. Yeah, kind of, but it looks like they're going to skedaddle out. Heavy and demo weren't with. Oh, Hardblue got taken out somehow. So Uber drop over for ET side. Yeah, or mTs side, and 404 sitting at a super Uber advantage coming forward here. They're rotating around big door, and they get out the sentry gun, take out Spamfest. Scout's already on the point here. Soldier bomb in the backside, not able to make it happen. Good reflect from Satan there.
Yeah, 404 frantically spreading the heals around, but doing well to also not panic and pop the Uber early there. 404, sometimes some suspect Ubers. I think that was their problem pushing earlier. We'll see if they can get a good, clean push here now, but thus far has resisted the urge to pop the Uber to save his heavy weapons guy. Picked up a couple kills. Squid goes down.
Yeah, that was a way over extension there by Squid, and nice double push here with the scout on the demo. They really like flashing the scout here. He gets right on the point, forces the engineer and the pyro back. The pyro follow-up comes up, and I think that's the first round.
Oh, great job.
That Uber scout really made the difference for them there. Good first round.
Yeah, well played by Electric Temptations. Very nice Uber there at the end.
And I'm disconnected, so I think I have to reconnect here.
Okay. Well, I will hold it down on this mid-fight. We're gonna go take the large perspective, put the player names up, and see how this goes down here. As you can see, red team, Electric Temptations, getting up on the shelf. Akuma looking to head in for a stab. Does kill them all. Going to get cleaned up now, and in the meantime, mTs have lost a bunch. Hardblue goes down. That is Satan getting in here, still surviving. Decimate's going to clean things up. Squid trying to fight off Ricky. He gets cleaned up. That is a wipe for MTS. And, Decimate is going to use that sword to climb up to the point. FaZe is going to push forward with 404. And 38 Special already setting crazy traps forward.
Yeah, these are good. These are really good traps right here. Didn't actually catch anyone here, but it was a good. It was a good effort. Oh, huge soldier bomb! Oh my God, he gets 404. Panic just threw like a sniped rocket out there. It wasn't gonna splash off a. Oh, but FaZe cleans up on Harblue. Double kill immediately to go back out there. And yeah.
Squid and Skyroller are gonna be the key fighters here. Squid's just controlling lobby while Skyroller up top. Squid picks up the sandwich from Skyroller, but they definitely have to concede this second point here. Looks like they will get some spawns, and we'll be able to get a bit of defense going on here. H&G tries to get a stab on Skyroller. Actually does land some decent revolver shots, not enough to put him down though.
Yeah, and the big problem when you're getting pushed in like this, when you're a team like MTS, is that Marissa is your ace in the hole. She's so good at this game, it's absurd. I consider her the best player on ET by far. And Sniper on Gully Wash last, I mean, yes, you can still like insta-kill anyone you want to, but you don't always have the guarantee they're going to come when you think they are. And it's just so hard to be an effective sniper, especially when defending last. So it kind of cripples MTS a little bit when they have to sit on this back foot like this, more than it would another team here. Like, they're not going to set up a level 3 sentry gun. They have a mini just sitting in the normal pillar spot, I like to call it. I'm not really sure what a better name for it is. But normally a lot of other teams would be going for level 3s, but they don't have the time because they're getting pressured right now. 404 is almost as an Uber, he's almost ready to go, and they're going to be another trial by fire here, and it could be the quickest 2-0 I've seen on this map in a very long time.
And I'm no spy expert, but I just want to talk about what we just saw. I don't know, it seemed like a complete waste to me. Maybe some people in chat would disagree. H&G just got a great infiltration, was on the right-hand side of spawn, and then just sapped a teleporter that wasn't working, and then got detected and killed. It seemed like could have done something there.
Oh, thanks, chat. Chat just reminded me that Marissa doesn't play for Electric Station. She plays for.
I let that one
Menace
slide
Society.
as well. I knew what you meant, but it's okay.
Chat,
so.
what would I do without chat? That's what they're there for.
Yeah, you know, somebody's got to tell us we're terrible.
So we have a stalemate right now. We're gonna have Ricky trying to come forward, but he's getting checked. Mm-hmm. This is getting stalled out here, and nothing's going to change anytime soon. So H&G can keep trying these really weird, aggressive like pushes here, but as long as nobody's like moving, he's not really losing anything. So yeah. This is okay for ET. This isn't the worst thing to happen in the world.
Yeah, they already got a round win as well, you know, and this is part of Goalie Wash, Highlander, and TF2, just generally speaking, anytime you're playing this 5 CP format. Now that Electric Temptations have a round advantage, they can take their time a little bit more, and they can work up, and they can get really well established in good position and get good picks. FaZe sniping Marissa means that FaZe will have a little bit more freedom to maybe try to get another pick here. Akuma down as well is nice. Looks like FaZe will drop. But again, you know, ET can just play it slow. If they get another pick, another opening, then they can go in. Squid getting aggressive, gets 2 shot down by Decimate. Definitely a nice, healthy meat shot somewhere in there. And MTS, a few players down, but not enough yet to push, I guess.
I want to see a Decimate Uber coming out here. That was so cool last time. Well, I don't think it probably doesn't work in these even Uber engagements right here, but you need to get Decimate on the point. That's pretty much your only path to victory. Because Katsy won't be enough. She'll be able to throw people off, but not Katsy. Satan won't be enough. He'll be able to throw people off the point, but it just quite won't be enough there. Might be able to handle 1 or 2 people, but you really need.
Oh my God, Harblue just got stabbed! I just saw it in the kill
Harblue.
feed. Didn't catch it at all. My apologies, but H&G then comes through, so want to criticize them once for a small misstep. Coming through big right there. Gotta give him the props. That's a huge stab. But 404 and company have to follow through. It does look like they will. And that's going to be the decider. And, well, we've seen it quite a few times on Goalie Wash here. Not always with Harblue on the receiving end of it. But that last point, you know, if you just play it very disciplined, and I kind of hate to say slow, but it is kind of accurate in a sense, and wait for a big play to happen, and then go from there. And that stab was what they needed. It really opened things up, and now they're up 2-0.
Well, the follow-up was really good too. Decimate beelined immediately for the point. He was getting some support from his soldier on the flank there from Ricky. They took out the engineer and the sentry gun almost simultaneously as he got on the point. And my goodness, this is another wipe here. I keep getting disconnected when the round switches over, but
man.
I keep it connecting back up, and there's only like 2 MTS players up. ET, they're taking this super handily right now.
Yeah, this is pretty surprising. You know, I know that ET is a very talented squad. Seems like H&G is has gotten some big stabs tonight, putting good pressure on Harblu. And they're just playing tight as a team. And that's definitely showing in the results so far. MTS, though,
nice.
You can't consider him out.
H&G takes out the mountain alpha again, and that will open up lobby for them. They are at 100% Uber. They're at like a 60% Uber advantage, but they're definitely just going to go in. They're at a massive Uber advantage. Demoman coming in, spamming from the right. Harblu has to run completely away from the point here. Pyro and Scout beelining again. Oh, Heavy's in the Skyroll is here though. And a rotate back around by the medic means that they're actually going to hold it out. H&G takes out a Skyroller, but he'll only trade for it. And yeah, they lost 404. That was a good defense. I was surprised Skyroller was able to hold that out. Good on for him, man. He just saved the round for his team.
Yeah, that was well played by MTS. They needed that to build a little confidence, and of course they have that in them. Marissa with a big snipe on Kill 'Em All as well to start that off. Losing your Heavy as soon as you're starting to push offensively takes quite a bit of steam out of your engine.
Yeah, especially when you're guaranteed like really good damage shots because it's so close in that last point area. And they're already out here in mid. Oh, forced pop though by Harblu by the soldier Ricky. Good job on Ricky getting that pop out. They will take the midpoint, but they'll be down in Uber by about 50%, and they'll have to push through the choke point at an Uber disadvantage here. So things could be. This is actually not the worst situation in the world for MTS. That now that they have the midpoint back. Oh, losing Alpha though, not good for them. Alpha he's dropped a lot this game so far. I'm really surprised. Yeah, and Satan down, Ricky down, so that means the flank play is totally open up. Marissa taking advantage of it immediately. Going for snipe plays, and yeah, their other sniper's going to back right out of this. FaZe is just going to get out.
H&G trying to come in from the side as Decimate's coming in with this Uber charge. Does get in there to kill Katsy. Not a whole lot of other kills though, as Harblu still surviving here. He's with Badonsky and Panic, but you kind of get the feeling they're a few down. They might get overrun here.
They could. They got a good spy position right now. They know exactly where everyone is. So they know how to play defensively perfectly here. They rotate over to Big Door. Oh, everyone, and then they pop in with another Uber. These Ubers are not being waited on. They're just popping in for pressure and space immediately. So
wow.
we're gonna have a third recap here going forward, and probably worth it for both. Like I think on both teams' sides, it's probably worth it. You don't want to run out of that Uber advantage too quickly, especially when you're building so quick. And nobody's like getting wiped yet anymore. It's all these like about these little engagements now. Pyros are both dead. 3-8 special is down, which means that the choke point is probably open, ready to go. H&G just trying to buy some time on the backside, getting some pressure down there. Sniper gets a headshot, but not enough to kill anyone. So FaZe, good effort, not enough though.
It certainly was an impressive sprint forward on that last Uber, and we're going to see it again now, this time from the ET side as Decimate's trying to get in here. Did kill Marissa, not the most impact with that Uber charge, but they are going to get on the point and take some control here. Unfortunately, though, Harblu has an Uber charge, is going to use it on Squid, takes out Kill 'Em All, and, well, is trying to look to kill some more. He's here against Satan in choke point. He's got to rotate around a little bit. But this fight is going pretty well for him. Decimate is going to clean up Squid. And Point still in control of Electric Temptations, the second point.
Ricky's here. Ricky's here. He gets an easy 2-shot on Harblu. He didn't look above him. Ricky was just sitting there the entire time. So there you go. So, momentum completely stopped there, thanks to the oldest trick in the book. Honestly, the soldier right above the choke point there. Really surprised nobody looked. I think Harblu thought someone looked, but he had just been sitting there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. So 6-on-6, Uber advantage going their way. Again, people are just willing to pop in for middle point here, and I guess it's worth it. You get a really forward spawn when you get the middle point capture.
Yeah.
So, and of course you get you're on the offense at that point. So
yeah, certainly controlling the middle, important aspect of goalie wash. FaZe gets a snipe on Marissa. Looks like he's gonna rotate through the big door here. Watch his perspective.
Everyone's rotating big door. Yeah, we got Decimate going forward. Decimate has been like, he's been like Uber target number 3 this game, and you don't ever see that happen in Highlander, at least not on the platinum levels. It's usually Demoman heavy and then Pyro to control other Ubers as your third. Oh, we have a back cap. We have a race going on right now. Scout and just stand on that point. Just stand. Oh wow. Even if they didn't stand on it, they had it. And Harblue totally delinked from everyone. Now everything's hitting the fan.
Oh,
Harblue
man.
goes down. He had his Uber too.
Wow.
He got the hit, but he couldn't switch over fast enough to even survive. But it didn't matter. Everyone was so spread out.
That was
really
certainly an unfortunate turn of events for him. I mean, Harblue likes to play aggressive. Certainly what they tried to do there by taking that cap in the middle. But some very nice shots from FaZe, really diffusing a lot of that push. As he got some important kills there and was just left unmolested. Oh, and speaking of FaZe, there we go. Starts things off with a snipe on the mountain, taking him out.
Yeah, Alpha, again, not staying up and getting out his deeps as much as I think he needs to this game. Ricky comes forward, gets a Kuma, I think, or maybe it was Marissa, and now the other sticks coming through and really controlling the area. MTS, they're just falling apart a little bit here. They keep when they lose 1 or 2, more often than not they'll lose 3 or 4, and that's just a losing formula for them right now. Like, they're trading evenly for a little while, but then they get picked off by some like better spam or maybe FaZe makes a shot or 2. So I'm not sure what they can do to stop the bleeding, but they've got to stop it somehow.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting turn of events, the way that Electric Temptations have been dominating this. I mean, not only are they up 3-0, but they're looking to get a 4th here, and I mean, they have 13 minutes to do so before this half is over, and they would just end that out, which is always a great way to handle things in TF2, and then just be one round away from a victory. Oh, he gets Harblue again? Oh, man.
Yeah. H&G gets another pick and another drop by Harblue. This is too many drops. You can't win a game dropping this often. Again, they Uber in the Scout. Scout beelines right for the mid after getting the Engineer. Pyro on it, not enough for the soldiers from below. That's the fastest half. How much time is left on the clock? 12 minutes?
12:50, yeah.
And I never see Goalie Wash go out to the half. And there we go, 0-4 for the first half right here. Electric Temptations just wrecking MTS right now, showing themselves to be the dominant team in Highlander by far.
Yeah.
By far, at least on Goalie Wash. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, it's been a pretty impressive, good, strong performance from him so far. I mean, really just kind of making MTS, just look ineffective, which is a very amazing thing to do. Squid has been playing very strong. I'm gonna try and pull up some stats here while we have time.
And it wasn't like H&G did anything like super incredible, especially on that last pick there. He just was sitting on a cylinder, or what are they called? The oil barrels, where you normally sit. There wasn't a Pyro watching his back. Catsy wasn't there, and it was just a heavy and a medic. So he just decloaked and walked up to the medic, who didn't look behind himself, and just made the pick.
Looks like we are live once again, so we'll get back to the match here, and obviously be talking more about these players' performances as we get some time after this game wraps up.
Yeah, I get to actually see this fight for first, and again, Alpha gets taken out.
Yeah, I should have just stayed on FaZe, because FaZe coming through with a big headshot. Now, some kills going in the way of Blue, so this is turning around a little bit. Squid is still out here running around. Heavy Weapons guy is here. FaZe gets one shot off, and is just going to run away with 6 health. Mini Sentry covering him as he makes his escape. Looks like Akuma is very far forward right now. Might be able to pick up a weird kill here.
Yeah, MTS turned this one around for them. Again, FaZe made the early pick on the Alpha, but this time they were able to turn it around with a stab onto the heavy, kill them all, and a snipe onto not FaZe. I think it was the medic. I think 404 dropped, and then they got a lot of good cleanup out of Akuma, and now they're fighting exactly where they want to, which is right in Big Door. Coming back around. Oh, they're not even gonna stop for the second point. They know they have it. They're gonna put like a sniper or heavy on it. Oh no, they come back around for him.
Yeah, it looks like Electric Temptations won't contest that. The Uber, yeah, like a lot of it kind of just got dodged essentially, but at the same time it did accomplish what they needed to, and they do control the second point. 404 and company are getting fairly far forward into the lobby here as H&G gets a backstab on Panic. Kuma is also down, so they know that there's no spy. A little comforting. Marissa gets taken out, and MTS is just kind of bleeding kills, which is going to lead Decimate and 38 Special to be able to get out here. 38 Special on choke, putting out good damage. Takes out Alpha, and there we go. ET going to be able to retake here. MTS was just down to 4 people at a second there.
Yeah, and ET did a good job of checking their big door as well with their phase there. Took out the engineer.
Oh my god! And phase just drops Hard Blue.
Ouch. Again, that's another drop. That's the 3rd or 4th drop this game so far.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, something's not right with MTS. They're not quite clicking tonight. He's actually, I'm seeing 5 on the stats right now for Hard Blue.
Wow.
Which honestly is probably one of the worst games I've heard of out of Hard Blue, and you know, it's not all his fault. You know, TF2 is a team game. That's what the T stands for. You know, and especially in Highlander, when it comes to having people watch your back and help locate the spies and communicate things, if your team's not working very well together, your medic's just going to die a lot more. It's just kind of natural.
Well, MTF did rebuff them this time. Oh my goodness, Satan's going huge. He's putting lots of fire. He gets wow. Catsy dropped the ball there. That was Catsy. You need to save your medic, man. I can't believe Satan just got a complete suicide pick on Hard Blue there, and that's gonna give them back Uber advantage. I was about to say how good MTS were doing, but then I mean, Satan just gets all the way behind them and put like 3 of them on fire. They didn't do enough DPS to and get Hard Blue out of the picture fast enough, and Hard Blue just drops to some degreaser damage of all things.
Yeah. Now, the first half was a complete wipe by Electric Temptations. 26 minutes left here, and what, they got 4 rounds in 17 minutes was the time that Electric Temptations put up. And last season we actually saw Electric Temptations put together one of the best comebacks I've seen on a Koth coal plant, where they were down 3 rounds and ended up coming back. So MTS is pushing forward here, and it certainly is in the realm of possibility, because they do have the talent on their roster. What they need to start with, though, is a round win, and we'll see if they can get it together here. They are a few players down, though, but they do have a health advantage, oddly enough.
That's true, but they didn't have an Uber ready to go. Hard Blue dropping there, like if Hard Blue didn't drop 2 minutes ago, they'd be winning the round right now. But instead, at the moment, they're building Uber, which gives 404 time to get back up. Okuma just doing the exact same thing H&G did.
Here they come with Squid. Marissa gets phase at the same time as well before getting taken out by Decimate. Squid taking out the heavy weapons guy. There's good kills going down here, though. And it looks like MTS is going to pull one back. Can they pull a few more?
Yeah, good sweep. They caught Kill 'Em All out of position. 404 had to back right back into the mid area, or back into his spawn, and yeah, just really good control, good sticks. Nothing you could really do at that point. You just got to keep your medic up. You can't lose Uber advantage like that on last, or else the game's just over for you. Again, Alpha really far forward here. He backs out immediately this time. They give up. They're gonna go over to choke side. They're gonna give up almost all of mid here. Scout gonna come around and find a Ricky for his trouble, and the Demoman's gonna peek and get a actually kill them all. So this is gonna work out for them. 7 on 5 at the moment. Scout still on the flank here. Oh man, Squid doing good work this time around.
Oh, yeah. So is Alpha. He after he re-healed there. Oh, nice kill on 38 Special as well. Throws out the taunt and taking some self-damage to jump up on top of the point with the roller. What a pro! Oh
nice. I guess at this point they're just like, okay, we want to play the game now, guys. This is exciting time to be down.
Yeah.
So we could easily be sitting at like a 4-2 MTS down game here, like really soon, I think.
Yeah.
This engineer is dead. Evil, what are you doing? You gotta get out of here.
He's providing a distraction, and here comes Ricky. Gets the pop out here. 404 is tucked away, way back at the base. And MTS in control of the second point once again.
Let's see if they don't drop to the. I'm not sure what to call these things. The barrels of death, like the ones the spies always like to sit on, and then like every spy has sat on them, and every spy has made a medic pick from them, like this whole game. So as soon as Akuma gets there, like it's gonna be a pick. Because again, there's no pyro here. Where is Satan? Satan's dead. He was too far forward. But they haven't been sitting around their medic, so it's just been opening up mid picks. Yeah. Faye's getting a double kill out here. Finds Spamfest and Catsy, so no support coming forward. This is really good. You generally like to have the pyro for pushing the last point, so you get people off the point. That's going to rebuff. Actually, Harblu really far back here. He's behind the second point now with his heavy above him. So Harblu not willing to risk anything right now. I think that's probably a good call. You've got tons of time left in the round. You want to like have a decent fight here. He's leaving Marissa out for the breeze, but okay, Squid comes forward. Oh, early pop too, popping out here, and we're actually gonna have a first Uber on Uber engagement like this entire game.
Yeah, H&G with an Ambassador headshot on Harblu as well is what forced the pop in a lot of ways. Skyroll down here with 160 health, not getting heals, but throwing out a lot of chain gun damage. Starting to get focused a little bit as FaZe has been going crazy here on a big streak.
Wow! Oh my god!
Might get some more. Oh my god, that was dirty. Oh.
Play of the week. Oh my god! Did he just get like 7 kills?
Yeah, 8 is what the counter says, and that does throw an assist. He gets the sentry gun as well, and he is on a spree. They're gonna rotate door. It is not over yet. I don't know if I can change the channel.
Holy crap! So Argo, send me this game, man. I want to see that again. That was that a whole team wipe entirely by a sniper?
I don't think it was quite that. He's pretty good there. 404 getting stabbed by Akuma as Akuma slips in.
Yeah,
so
good.
They were maybe a little overconfident there on the door side. Do get picked out, and FaZe is gonna fall back a little bit here.
That was good, because you generally don't expect to be picked around door side most of the time, or at least we haven't seen it happen very often recently.
Oh my god.
So.
FaZe gets Marissa and Panic.
And did he get Alpha as well? Somebody got Alpha, I'm not sure who.
No, I think that was somebody else.
And yeah, we're stabilized again. MTS now has the point. Like that's the difference here. MTS could come back in this, but they didn't get the point last time they pushed into last, so they're just buying a little bit of time now. They have 20 minutes left in this round to try and make 3 more points to the golden cap, 4 more points to win it out. So really, they got to get 3 points in 20 minutes. Very doable time, but gonna be hard. They got to catch Ricky up here. If they drop to this again, I'm gonna be really sad. Ricky, oh, okay, they pop in immediately. Ricky forces the pop. Are they just like consigning themselves to the fact that Ricky may be above them every time they push the choke point, and then they're just gonna pop an Uber to risk it?
I mean,
that's what it feels like they're doing.
Yeah, that's certainly one way to do it. Squid in here right now did get kill 'em all. Not so much more follow up besides that. Not too many players actually on top of the situation here. Oh wow, the Mountain comes in and saves Harblu from H&G, but Harblu gets power jacked by Satan, the Mistana, whatever that is. But Satan going big, and now 404 trying to push out here with company. Sees the spy coming in behind him. Out of the corner of his eye, does not like that, but still needs to make sure that he does not get stabbed.
Yeah, this kill 'em all, saving everyone, being the savior. And he's even going to get the heavy out of position here. They forced the Uber, but they're going to get a lot out of it. They got a heavy pick, they got a soldier pick, they got a spy pick eventually. I mean, definitely worth it to get back the second point here, to restabilize yourself, and keep draining the clock, man. Keep draining the clock.
Yeah, and it ended up being a Uber swap as well, so it's not like they're behind per se. They have recaptured some territory. Ricky's going to take his spot up top, and yeah, we might see some more posting up here. 19 minutes to go. Definitely getting a little bit tighter, but you know, 4 rounds to win it, 3 rounds to tie, and then we would be into a golden cap scenario here.
Yep. So long way to go for MTS. Long hole they have to dig themselves out of here. So they can't get Akuma in position yet. He's just now coming around, and they're not going to play around door again. It's just Ricky up here in the choke point zone. I want to see MTS turn this corner and look up with their heavy against the soldier, and just keep him in the air. Oh, there we go. Finds the soldier. Ricky gets a great 2-shot. I'm not even sure that was a splash. I think that might have been an air shot.
Yeah, I think Ricky hit an air shot on Panic, but Panic with good quick rockets to clean that up nice and early. Panic's going to take that spot up top, and we'll be able to get some nice splash damage down on things. But FaZe also, with good looks across, Hardblue has popped this Uber, and we'll have to see what the Mountain, aka Alpha, can get going on here. But Decimate was coming in with an Uber charge.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they just bounced off each other, except because they had slightly better pop there. ET just was able to get a few more cleanup kills, and that's going to go back in. But this is a very soft cap. This is not very sure for sure. Second point will be defended here by MTS for sure.
They also got some nice forward spawns there, which are pretty important.
Some good sticks. That was just such. I really think that was just such a better push for MTS. Just getting Ricky out of the way. Yeah. They popped in a little bit early. I'm not sure they were forced. Yeah, they weren't forced by anybody. And
did we lose you, Turbo? Or are you with us? Okay.
Am I a robot, or can you still hear me?
We're good. We're good.
Okay. Sweet. So yeah, MTS. I think just pushing second a little bit better now, and I was glad they got Ricky off the top there, because I would have been so sad if Hardblue got dropped again. H&G finding a Squid. Nice ambi shot there.
Yeah, Squid just standing still for a second, and H&G lined it up and knocked him down. He's going to try to come in with a straight decloak stab here. See if he can get in.
It's going to be close. Oh, he finds a demo.
Does get Alpha. That's worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it to get the demo, and this is going to turn everyone around the corner here. No stick spam to come in. The Soldier was in position, but actually a lot of flashing going on to save all these people, so ET's just going to back out, recognizing when they're down in Uber, and Hardblue just now finishing up. They could have taken advantage of it. I'm not sure why they didn't. And Panic gets cleaned up by some spam. So good pick there. I'll take the demo for Spy Trade right around the corner any day of the week.
Yeah, Squid wanted to get in there with that Uber. He just kind of got stuffed, though, and has to pick up some heals now. And again, we're kind of at this choke, but you know, as the clock's ticking away, it just gets more and more treacherous. 4 minutes to society, and Hardblue certainly knows something about gamesmanship on goalie watch, so he's going to know to expect it, but I'm not quite sure if he can lead his team to victory to persevere over it. But they're pushing in well right now, but Hardblue is at 80%. Hopefully nothing too crazy happens to him. Demoman's there, but Hardblue is dodging most of the damage. 404 is with Kill 'Em All, who's eating his sandwich. His back up. The Uber is here. They're going to have to use it. This is pretty much just to like secure the forward spawns, holding on to the point for a while. 404 is going to try to get out now, but this is really dangerous.
Yeah, this is actually massively bad for ET right now. It's going to give them a free midpoint. Rightfully so. ET could have fallen in the trap of just trying to defend this midpoint, being like, well, we don't have Uber. Or you can make a Hardblue drop.
Yeah.
That can happen too. Oh, that was crazy. Really good strategic play there by ET. Just getting out of there. Most other teams would have stayed. Been all like, well, we lost a bunch of people, but they're all just respawning right now, so we can try and defend. But that would have watched them be completely wiped out here. They got a spy in position. MTS is a spy in position, but they do find him out. So Akuma, unfortunately, going down in that scenario. And they will stabilize. MTS will stabilize here in the midpoint for the moment, but I think, yeah, after that drop, 404 is going to be sitting on a really good Uber, and the aggression should be back in Red's favor here.
Yeah, now that's MTS in control of that middle point. Trying to get out here a little bit. Panic does get headshot by FaZe, who's still working this corner up against Marissa, who I think hit him. Marissa getting 404 as well, so
nice drop.
Excellent pick.
Yeah, good drop there. You needed that. And that was a really hard angle too. She was like all the way across the map at like a non-vertical angle there. So yeah, that's usually a hard shot to make. And good job, Marissa. You made it.
Yeah.
So what am I missing right now? Hardblue is sitting in a garage door, heavy going through. They're being aggressive as they should be. They have Uber advantage. And are they gonna pop? Are they gonna pop immediately, or they're just gonna try and get second? They could try and just capture second and try and keep Hardblue alive. Okay, if Soldier comes in, Ricky immediately cleaned out. Good job there, Panic. Staying on his counterparts, but Hardblue popping in this time. He wasn't being forced. Well, there was a sentry on the other side, but I'm not sure about these pops sometimes. I guess that was kind of forced by the sentry. The sentry's still there though. Wow, it's doing so much work here. Good job, Evil. You almost got the med for that too. Hardblue was at like a half health, and He was getting tracked down there by the spy by H&G, but H&G not able to come up with the kill. Arblu was in real danger there, but I felt like he could have probably survived those mini shots a little bit more. Yeah. But I'm not the flat medic, so.
Yeah, now Electric Temptations getting most of their spawns. Satan still on the way up. But besides that phase, poking through lobby. Oh my god, somebody did have the door open for him. And he did have a good look at Hardblue momentarily. Spy on the point, that's going to be no problem. Does kind of force a few reactions though.
Yeah, that was the wrong time to go. I think he should have gone a few seconds right before then when everyone was focused on lobby. ET is really holding this lobby aggressively. Like really aggressively, considering both teams have Ubers. Soldier trying to force a pop. Nice.
mTs down to 4. They're holding on to the Uber, but kind of worried for Hardblue if somebody's coming from behind him. And indeed, they're getting flanked. They have to watch out here. He's going to use that. Barely survives with it. Down to 30 health. And it's really just Alpha out here.
Alpha gets his counterpart, but it's not going to be enough. I still think that was a good pop, but my goodness, did it not buy them enough for all that effort that Alpha put in. He tried to get the Demo Man and the Heavy, but only got the Demo Man in the process. So they're gonna have a recap here. Everyone's reset in position, which is what they really wanted, but clock's a ticking. mTs 12 minutes remaining.
And Alpha was very low here, but he got arrow healed actually. And a back cap by Akuma, and there we go. mTs does put another on the board. They, however, are going to need 2 in the next 12 minutes. It's close to the pace that that they needed when we looked at it earlier. So they're doing okay, but they're gonna need at least one quick one here.
Game's not over. Game's definitely not over for sure. Mountain coming forward, taking some early damage by Decimate. Decimate gets out the Skyroller. This is really bad for them. Now they're all stuck in a corner. They back out into Big Garage. mTs does escape out. This is a really good play. They're only down 1 man, but they've been losing mid-fights left and right this game. They've only won like 2 of like 7, so good for them getting out. And they even get a Satan and a Yvel for their trouble. So actually losing the Mountain, good Decimate's going ham this game.
Oh, this is one of those circumstances where they played so cautiously, and they played well, cautiously well, for a long time, and then they just screwed it up, and they just started bleeding players there, and then put Hardblue at trouble. I mean, they backed up, so it was like, well, we lost a few players, let's back up and play cautiously so we can get Uber. And now they are just bleeding players, and Electric Temptations are 1 round away from victory, and they could just close it all up here.
Well, they lost Decimate, which is really, really what they needed right now, because Decimate was beeline for the point. Catsy's here though, not Catsy.
Oh man, I think this is it. Yes, indeed.
GG.
Looks like that's gonna do it, and I mean, that's the problem with comebacks. You know, that's the problem with tough fights. You know, you could be ahead the whole time. You could be confident. You could have your opponent kind of pin, and then you make a little screw up, and it's all over. But even if you're trying to make a comeback, it's not even that scenario. You're not even that well set up. And we saw a little bit of a mistake there on that last mid fight. Hardblue and company not really being as cautious as they were kind of acting. They were playing reserved, and then they just didn't do it enough. They kind of were uncommitted, whether backing up all the way or being in second. They got punished for that, and I think overall tonight they just weren't really clicking, man.
Well, let's be honest here. Decimate was playing out of his mind this entire game. He was making like first blood like every round. He was on that Demo Man's butt all the time, and he wasn't making the flashy med picks, but he was being really important where it mattered, which was just pressuring and playing as like that third support, as that third pop man was like huge for them. Like the first 4 rounds they took, it all started with Decimate charging down the middle, right to the point, taking the engineer and then getting right on the point, and then once there's no sentry gun up there, all they had to do was just keep on the point and put unnatural pressure right on the capture point there. I think that threw mTs off their game a little bit there, and that's why they were just able to just quickly roll over mTs. Just 4 points in like 14 minutes or something like that? Or was it 16?
It was like 17 minutes in the first half.
Wow.
Yeah, still a pretty good score and strong performance. Looking at the stats as well, just kind of a crazy game for Hardblue, man. In the first half, he had 3 Uber charges and 5 Uber charge drops. And then in the second half, he had 2 more Uber charge drops. Certainly, you know, Highlander is rough for being a medic, but dropping 7 times and trying to win a game is pretty tough. Those Ubers are pretty crucial, and he was having a tough time. I mean, the whole team was kind of having a tough time tonight.
Yeah, Hardblue flew close to the sun, too close to the sun. Tried to make every Uber the best Uber possible, but my goodness, 5 Ubers and as many rounds. That's just so incredible.
Yeah.
You can't win a game like that. It's just not possible. I don't think even if you're taking 2-for-1s and you can't keep your medic up that long, I don't think it's even possible to win a CP map.
Yeah, FaZe was also playing out of his mind. Definitely want to give a shout out to him. Wow, looking at his score, he was, let's see, make sure I got the halves right. This is in the first half. He was 22 and 6, and in the second half he was 24 with 5 assists and 6 deaths.
Wow, so he was 4-1.
Pretty good. He had 5 medic picks. Yeah, 5 medic picks.
That's incredible. Like usually you can expect a lot of your sniper. Like usually a 2-to-1. KDA or a 2.5. That's like a 4.5 KDA. He's like FaZe by himself is actively making up for 2 more players than you would normally expect for. So
yeah, I think that's a big part of the play tonight. H&G also came through with some pretty big stabs. 38 special just turned in a pretty solid performance. You know, he had a good shift. Ricky also got some really good work done early, just coming down from up top. We also saw that nice play by Satan. And yeah, 404, maybe not the medic I find the most impressive. But he did well tonight. He came maybe only 1 misstep that I really saw. And mTs just, again, as we mentioned, had some struggles. But that's okay. They're a team that usually plays stronger in the playoffs, and they kind of juggle the roster around a little bit. So I'm sure we'll see a lot more from them in the future. Turbo, you got any final thoughts, man?
Yeah, well, we should definitely Satan. I think the young son hero of that game, and also Kill 'Em All. Kill 'Em All's deaths were very meaningful every time he died. I believe for the most part. Skyrolla, on the other hand, was getting caught out a little bit. Just a little bit out of position, and when he was out of position, that would usually lose them a point or 2 or even the whole round. So good job on Kill 'Em All. He definitely he kept his medic alive very, very well this game, I thought. And he also didn't take a ton of Uber as well, which can be something lower level, like you wouldn't worry about that at platinum level so much, but as a lower level heavy, taking lots of Uber can be really detrimental to your team, even though it doesn't feel like it. So I thought Kill 'Em All did a really great job this game.
Definitely. Now I want to give a shout out to some things coming up before we wrap up. I've been kind of keeping my head a little low, but I'll be making some more appearances on some vlogs, talking about some things. And we also have, you know, running down the content that we have coming up this week. We have 9 and Out coming up tomorrow at what is it?
Tomorrow at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. That is Eastern. Do you guys know who you're gonna have as a guest?
We're gonna have Grizz and Jarrett of the new team, the purple-footed.
Nice.
They're eluding my name at the moment. Wild purple-footed Goose Boys. New team of all platinum and gold level players coming back up in here. So it's because it's new. I think they have an interesting perspective, and I'm not sure. Like they're going to be a lower level team for sure, but we'll see how they work out this week. They're playing against their old pals, Sci-Fi Channel Originals, so we'll see what they do.
Well,
and also Grizz is a good friend of mine, so we'll see.
Awesome. Well, that should be a fun show. Obviously, we'll talk with them about, or you guys will talk with them about Highlander stuff, as well as cover some of the other news going on with the scene, looking at some of the other results that happened tonight. And we will be back next week for more Highlander action. Hope you guys join us next week. We might have Duderman stepping in the booth. We also were trying to get Kip in here tonight, but Kip was stepping in for her Steel team. She was in the chat as well, so I don't know if they pulled out the win or not. Some of our other content that we have going on this week is also on Tuesday night. We have ESCA Intermediates playoff match. It's the lower bracket semifinals. Blockback Mountain versus Zero Error Gaming. It's going to be Get a Whale in Marxist casting with Dashner on production. That should be a fantastic time. Basically starting 24 hours from now. And we might possibly have another playoff match for you guys on Thursday night. And then additionally, this Saturday, we're going to have a little event in the morning put on by jumpacademy.tf, a new website dedicated to jumping in Team Fortress, which is awesome. Definitely think that it's great practice for being a competitive soldier, and also pretty fun and relaxing, a little lighter way to play TF2. And it's basically going to be some players running through some maps, and first person to complete the map will be the winner. We'll run down prizes and all that sort of stuff on the day of the event, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific on Saturday morning. And I believe that translates to 1800 in GMT +1 Central European time. So definitely a European event, but you know, if it's in the East Coast, that's like noon for you. So hope to see you guys there, as well as, you know, just catch us on our YouTube channel. That's going to be it for us, though. Thanks for tuning in so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to TurboCop for joining me tonight. I'm going to pat myself on the back for running production while casting. Give me some feedback in the comments, please. And, well, that's it. I'm eXtine. I'll see you next time. Peace out.
Yep. Shoutouts to eXtine for doing all the production. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, my pleasure. Later, dogs.
Later.